Good evening, and welcome back to Important News for Adults, the premier news show for people who can go on all the roller coasters. I'm Jed Jameson. Like cool kids at a party, our top stories will be here later. For now, let's get to these other stories before they start talking to that older news show from Varsity Tennis. A healthy red panda cub was born in the Memphis Zoo, but has so far gone unnamed. To help title the Japanese critter, the zoo has asked the public to submit suggestions, the most popular one to become the bear's name. Since the request, the zoo's website has received a massive increase in traffic, causing the site to crash for many submitters. So without further ado, allow me to introduce America's newest red panda, Error 404. A man graduated high school 75 years after he last went to class. This week, 93-year-old Harold Troutman was given the diploma he was supposed to receive in 1940 before he dropped out to run the family business. A graduation party was thrown in his honor, but Troutman was too busy impregnating the prom queen to attend. Researchers at North Carolina State and Wake Forest have created a super gross thing, a vomiting robot. But they created it for good reason. The robot was designed to study the aerosolization of the norovirus, which affects 21 million people a year. In tests, the robot vomits over and over in a sealed box with varying levels of pressure, volume, and consistency. While the program is designed to help humans, many feel it's just a robot taking one more job a human could be doing. In historical news, the Slinky celebrated its 70th anniversary this week. August 30th marks 70 years since the Slinky was first sold in department stores, providing hours of entertainment to delighted children. In related news, August 31st marks 70 years of the Slinky killing those children's parents on the stairs the next morning. In a deliciously enticing move, the North Carolina Education Lottery has made a ticket that smells like barbecue. Barbecue Bucks' smoky scent joins similar aromas on lottery tickets offered around the U.S., including coffee, chocolate, and sriracha. The board plans on releasing tickets that smell like full meals for gamblers who run out of money and have to eat them. With so many maladies in the world, it can be hard to make a difference in the fight against just one. Here at Important News for Adults, we'd like to take a moment and focus on a disease little spoken about and even less spelled correctly, known as dyslexia. For those struggling with dyslexia, the recognition of some words can be distressing. Not every word is used as frequently as the next, so we want to clarify a few potentially troublesome words to prevent misconceptions, in a segment we'd like to call Dealing with Dyslexia. This is a loincloth, which is bad taste in clothing, and not a lion cloth, which is bad taste in hobbies. It will also ruin your dental practice. This is pasteurized, which is a process of killing pathogens in dairy, and not pasteurized, which is a process of making you feel bad about playing Grand Theft Auto. This is Craigslist, which is an online marketplace, and not Kriegslast, which is a vague threat to someone Swedish. This is Olive Pit, which is a nice family restaurant, and not I Love Tip, which hopefully is just a solipsistic response from a waiter at Olive Pit. This is a sommelier, which is an expert in wine, and not sommelier, which is an expert in ocean piracy. And finally, this is DeMarco Murray, who is a star running back in the NFL, and not Brian Doyle Murray, who is a star of Groundhog's Day. There's a long way to go, but we feel we're making a difference. Please join us next week when we correct swear words like botch and upsie. A house cat played the part of bodyguard when it took a bullet for a 3-year-old boy. Opie the cat was sunbathing when a bullet went through the window of a Pennsylvania home and struck Opie, shielding the 3-year-old boy behind him. While Opie should be labeled a hero, it is simply hard to paint a cat in a positive light in this story, as the shooter was another cat. Big news! Kit Kats will no longer be made by the hands of child laborers. Nestle pledged that it will use only sustainable sources after a link in the Swiss company's supply chain was discovered to be using forced labor. It turns out Kit Kat's iconic marketing slogan, "Give me a break," was actually a secret cry for help from Thailand. This has been Important News for Adults. Thank you for watching and have an important night.